Good morning. This is the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on July 31st, 2023. We are pouring libations for Amelia, Isadora, Platts, Boynton, Robinson. We are recognizing the Independence Day for the popular Democratic Republic of Burkina Faso. And I'm talking to you more about the ABCs of rap, including the ZYX. Make sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Go to the video details for links to anything discussed in the show. Let's get started.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome everyone to the morning announcements. I'ma say my name so you can pronounce it. Bomani Armah. Shout out to early risers. I see who you are. My morning ritual. Thanks for having me over. Start with audio visual dose of Sankofa. My favorite occasions a few moons away. I'm counting rotations to watermelon day. If you're with me this morning, I hope that you're with it. 2 things that I want and 3 ways to get it. Black solidarity, African independence. Honor the ancestors, prepare descendants. 3rd thing you gotta do is love right now. I mean that in every sense and every way you know how. Now throw them up and say what should increase on 1, 2, 3, peace.
Alright, let's do the mic.
Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. Welcome to the morning announcements. My name is Bomani Armah. Today is Monday, July 31st, 2023. We are 5 days away from Watermelon Day at Sankofa. We are here to honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Make sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. Shout out to my partners broadcasting the morning announcements, including Bloom Bars, Story Tapestries, and Sankofa Video and Books. Go to the link in the description to find out more. Friends, let's start with today's libation. Today's libation is for Amelia, Isadora, Platts, Boynton, Robinson. That is Amelia Boynton Robinson. August 18th, 1911 to August 26, 2015, an American activist who was a leader of the American Civil Rights Movement in Selma, Alabama, and a key figure in the 1965 Selma to Montgomery marches. In 1984, she became founding vice president of the Schiller Institute. She was awarded the Martin Luther King Jr. Freedom Medal in 1990. Platts taught in Georgia before starting with the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Selma as the home demonstration agent for Dallas County. She educated the county's largely rural population about food production, processing, nutrition, healthcare, and other subjects related to agriculture and homemaking. Robinson was a centenarian reaching the age of 104 years old. Let's read this quote from Amelia Boynton Robinson. "Get off of my shoulders. The foundation has been laid. Now it's time for you to build on it and get to work." Amelia Boynton Robinson. Let me read that again. "Get off my shoulders. The foundation has been laid. Now it's time for you to build on it and get to work." Amelia Boynton Robinson. Amelia carried a lot in her century of life. She carried the oppression of the previous generation and the hopes and dreams of the next generation. We are standing firmly on the shoulders of the warrior women who took the streets to end racial segregation in this country. She taught, she strategized, she marched. Her challenge in this statement is for us to carry out our part in this plan. It is important that you let your descendants know that while our potential is infinite, our time is finite, that they are going to have to take the reins one day, if they are ready or not. It is also why we have to train the next generation to make sure they are building up their legs and developing their shoulders to carry the weight of the world. I hear this challenge, Mama Robinson. Thank you very much. Let's pour a libation for Amelia Boynton Robinson. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. For the mothers and the father figures, your flame still flickers. We pouring out some liquor. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs. Honor you by pouring out some water. Friends, today's libation is for one Miss Amelia Robinson. Thank you very much for tuning in for that. I really appreciate that. As I said at the beginning, we are now 5 days away from Watermelon Day at Sankofa. Watermelon Day is going to be Saturday, August 5th, 2023, from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. It is our annual celebration of summertime, watermelon, and everything red, black, and green. There will be family-friendly performances. This is all happening at Sankofa Video and Books at 2714 Georgia Avenue. Free performances, free watermelon, and make sure that you also plant a seed into this wonderful event by getting your copy of the Watermelon Day t-shirt designed by Zudeka and James Terrell. For 15 years, we have been celebrating Watermelon Day in Northwest Washington, D.C., first at Bloom Bars, now at Sankofa Video and Books. If you want to be a part of helping us pull this off, get your Watermelon Day t-shirt, your Watermelon Day 2023. Go to notarapper.com for more information, or find more information in the link in the description of this video. All right, friends. So earlier this morning, we a little bit earlier, we poured our libation for Miss Robinson. Now I want to play a bit of an interview that I found with her. This lady marched on Selma and lived to be 104. It's actually quite amazing thinking of all the things she accomplished. Friends, this is Amelia Boynton Robinson.
How did the Selma March idea come about?
It started when I was arrested coming out of the courthouse. And I said you had to have 3 white men to vouch for you. Well, I happened to be a registered voter. I was a registered voter when I was 21 years of age. You had to be 21 at that time. And I was coming out of the courthouse at noon, and Jim Clark told me to get in the line. Now, when African American adults decided that they were going to try to register was when they lost their jobs after they attended the memorial of my husband, and they lost their jobs. And this was one of the times that they went to the courthouse and decided that they were going to march and demonstrate and get the right to vote. Their children were out there doing it, and they were not of an age that they could register. So if they can get out there and work for me to become a citizen, I'm going to get in the line, and I'm going to fight to register. And when I got out, and Dr. King was across the street, he was on the federal property, and he saw when Jim Clark caught me and told me to get in the line, and I told him I was going to my office. He grabbed me in the back, propelled me around, shoved me half a block, and threw me in the paddy wagon. God carted me off to jail. These people said as I passed them, "Going to jail, Mrs. Boynton. You will not be there by yourself. We'll be there with you." Dr. King and the group and his staff went back to the house and said, "We've got to do something. I don't know what is the best thing to do, but we're going to have to do something." Then 2 or 3 days after that, nights after that, Jimmy Lee Jackson was killed not too far from Selma in Marion, Alabama, when he attended a meeting. And the state trooper made an attempt to harm his mother, and he tried to protect his mother, and they shot him in the back. And Dr. King said, "We are going to march to Montgomery, and we are going to see George Wallace and let him know that he has to protect the citizens of Alabama." And that's when the idea came to march to Montgomery.
Friends, that was Mama Robinson talking about what inspired the marches in Alabama. The violence was real, the fear was real, but she stood up to it directly. And for that, we are forever grateful to that mama for making that happen. So thank you very much. All right, friends. So we're gonna keep this moving. Next, I want to make sure that I recognize the uh the Independence Day that is happening today. Oh, did I not have that? Let me see if I can find this video. Sometimes I don't have everything connected the way I thought I should. We're gonna do the national anthem of Burkina Faso today. Burkina Faso is celebrating their Independence Day. Let me see. Let me get this set up. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share the national anthem of Burkina Faso as played by Elsie Honey. First, hold on. Let me bring up their flag. I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. I'm going to celebrate the Independence Day of Burkina Faso by first playing this video by Elsie Honey. She has an incredible website where she plays the national anthem of every country in the world. It is actually a really cool project that she has here. Let me see if I can make it so it comes up pretty clearly. I guess that'll work. Here we go. Friends, here is Elsie Honey. Friends, that was Elsie Honey playing the national anthem of Burkina Faso. Thank you very much. So now, as I've been doing every day when I recognize one of these countries' Independence Day, I'm going to read the lyrics to their national anthem. Their national anthem is called Ditanye, and it is written by their first president, Thomas Sankara, who was also a jazz guitar player. I did not know that. This is why I do this, so I can learn interesting facts like this. Let me read from Le Ditanye. And one single night has drawn together the history of an entire people, and one single night has launched its triumphal march towards the horizon of good fortune. One single night has brought together our people with all the peoples of the world in the acquisition of liberty and progress. Motherland or death, we shall conquer. Nourished in the lively source of the revolution, the volunteers for liberty and peace, with their nocturnal and beneficial energies of the 4th of August, had not only hand arms, but also and above all the flame in their hearts, lawful to free Faso forever from the fetters of those who, here and there, were polluting the sacred soul of independence and sovereignty. And seated henceforth in rediscovered dignity, love and honor partnered with humanity, the people of Burkina sing a victory hymn to the glory of the work and liberation and emancipation. Down with the exploitation of man by man, forward for the good of every man, by all men of today and tomorrow, by every man here and always. Popular revolution, our nourishing sap, undying motherhood of progress in the face of man, eternal hearth of agreed democracy, where at last national identity has the right of freedom, where justice has lost its place forever, and where the hands of builders of a glorious world everywhere, the harvest of patriotic vows ripen, sons of boundless joy shine. That, friends, is the national anthem written by Thomas Sankara of Burkina Faso. Thank y'all very much for joining me for that. As you see in the background, I'll always like displaying the RBG flag. If you are interested, get your watermelon Pan-African flag at my website, notarapper.com. For centuries, our ancestors in Africa and America have perfected the art of growing watermelon. We are determined to be proud of our accomplishments as a people. I am driven to make sure we feel comfortable in our own skin. The Pan-African flag was created in 1920 to represent the people of the African diaspora and to symbolize Black liberation in the United States. According to the UNIA, the red is for the blood that unites all people of Black ancestry and was shed for liberation. The Black represents the people whose existence as a nation, though not a nation state, is affirmed by the existence of the flag, and the green stripe represents the land and the abundant natural wealth of Africa. Definitely make sure you support this Watermelon Day, Watermelon Man movement by getting your watermelon flag apparel. Go to notarapper.com for more information. All right, friends. So we've honored the ancestors, we've prepared the descendants. I think we've loved right now with talking about the Independence Day. I'm gonna give you a little information about what I do as a teaching artist. Let me give you a little bit of information about the ABCs of hip hop. I'm gonna be talking about this today and tomorrow. It's a program that I do with young people. I have assemblies, I have workshops. Go to Baba Got Bars to find out more information. One of the main things that I make sure my students understand are the 4 elements of hip hop. That is DJing, breaking, emceeing, and graffiti. All right. I also make sure my students learn using the 3 R's of education. For me, the 3 R's of education are rhythm, rhyme, and repetition. Rhythm, rhyme, and repetition are why things get stuck in your head, and that's why I love using those as a teaching tool. All right. Let's keep this going. Now, I also want to be famous for this quote one day. That's my definition of rapping. Rapping is the art and engineering of language divided by math. As you will see over the next couple of days, all those words you see highlighted, art, engineering, language, and math, are all highlighted and explained and exposed in my workshop, the ABCs of hip hop. All right. Now, friends, I need to make sure everybody understands what a bar is. A bar is a segment of time corresponding to a specific number of beats. And to make sure they do, I make sure my students do this song called the count to 4. To count 1 bar, just count to 4. Each count at the speed that you did before. Do that again when you want some more. Keep adding bars when you count to 4. Now, I got to make sure y'all understand this. So, friends, I'm about to hit y'all with the count to 4.
Just count to 4. Each count at the speed that you did before. Do that again when you want to know. Keep adding bars when you count to 4. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. To keep the gal going, this is what you do. Put up your next finger, like saying peace to you. But that's something you already knew. When the beat comes around, hit the 1 and the 2. Like 1, 2. Say that with me. 1, 2. Say that with me. 1, 2. Yeah, you got it. 1, 2. Let's go. To count 1 bar, just count to 4. Each count at the speed that you did before. Do that again when you want some more. Keep adding bars when you count to 4. To count 1 bar, just count to 4. Each count at the speed that you did before. Do that again when you want some more. Keep adding bars when you count to 4. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. To show you how easy this can be, the ring finger is the next that you see.
Yeah, that was my song called The Count to 4. In that song, I make sure my students know how to count bars. Now, I'll tell you the other reason I made that song. One of the main reasons I made that song is because as a hip hop artist, one of my goals is to sample James Brown. But I can't afford to sample James Brown. So I made my own fake James Brown song and was able to sample myself. I used these samples that I created in order to create a list of songs, a series of songs called Hip Hop Party. All right. Now, as a matter of fact, I need to make sure y'all understand what's going on with this Hip Hop Party. So I'm gonna bring this up for you. Let me turn the volume down. And I'm just going to fast forward through this. So I wrote this essay about each of the 4 elements of hip hop. And then it's all videotaped. I can show it to teachers. I use it in my professional development. But I took this paragraph and I turned this paragraph into a rhyme by finding the rhyme words, by coming up with keywords. I'm fast forwarding through the whole process for y'all. This is a whole thing that you can find out more information about by going to my website, babagotbars.com, booking me for professional development, or having your kid enroll for the Frederick Douglass Writing Club. I'm going to be giving more information about that as well. But that was really important for me to be able to break down all the elements of hip hop into a rhyme and then showing my class how I did that. And so I'm going to give you my example of turning that paragraph about breaking into a rhyme. As a matter of fact, though, before I do it, I want to share one other thing. I want to show you the websites of the organizations that help sponsor me. One of them, the one that gave me the grant to make this music video, is Young Audiences for Learning of New Jersey and Eastern Pennsylvania. Find more information in the links and the description about this organization. If you want to book me in New Jersey, this is who you hit up. If you want to book me in Pennsylvania, if you want to donate to an organization that's doing powerful stuff using art integration, do that as well. Go here. And then the other organization I want to make sure you know more about is the other organization whose events are highlighted in the video, and that is Words, Beats, and Life. I've been working with them for over 25 years. This organization takes the community very seriously. You should donate to them as well. You should be involved in. They've got a whole bunch of 50th anniversary of hip hop stuff coming up, so you want to make sure you support that as well. But now that I've told you who the people are who put this together, now I want you to see the video. This is the video for the breaking aspect of hip hop that I did, called the Hip Hop Party Breaking. Here we go. Bomani.
One
Young
more time.
audiences, teaching artists.
Keep it going, y'all. Yeah. I love it when it's funky, y'all. Yeah. It goes. Take me to the break.
HIP, HOP. I got a DJ and a MC, plus some breakers, so we got all 3 that we need for this hip hop party. I said HIP, HOP. I got a DJ and a MC, plus some breakers, so we got all 3 that we need for this hip hop party.
To understand the dances and the style they were portraying, you must understand the DJs and the music they were playing. The hottest funk records were in heavy rotation as Parliament Funkadelic toured the nation. Plus James Brown, the godfather of soul, that's right, man. With the JBs, you should have seen him at his height, man. Bass guitar, keys, a drummer on his left and right hand. 4 horns, 3 singers, 3 dancers, and a hype man. One part made the party go wild and the ground shake when they all stopped but the drummer. This was called the break. Grandmaster Flash developed new techniques to make sure they gave the people their beats. He would get 2 copies of the same record on 2 record players, a turntable double-decker. He put a mixer between each record player, which includes many buttons, including a crossfader. He would line up the records to the same place where the break beat started and put on his game face. The record's going at the same rate. He let the first rotate, switch at the right time, release the record with style and grace. He did this for as long as he wanted the break to last. The dancers went crazy, they really had a blast. They break into James Brown inspired moves. Groups of kids would get together and be dance crews. Created B-boy and B-girl stances, the freezing footwork.
with acrobatic moves. If you fail, it could hurt. But this was all history in the making. The style they created is now called breaking.
HIP, HOP. I got a DJ and a MC, plus some breakers, so we got all three that we need for this hip hop party. I said HIP, HOP. I got a DJ and a MC, plus some breakers, so we got all three that we need for this hip hop party.
Yeah, friends, that was the hip hop party breaking by yours truly, sponsored by Words, Beats, and Life and young audiences of New Jersey and Eastern Pennsylvania. Friends, that is the end of this episode. Thank y'all very much. There's only one thing that I want to do to end with, and that is play Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and Jay Rosamond Johnson. Here we go. Friends, that was the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and Jay Rosamond Johnson. That concludes today's program. Thank y'all very much. There are three things that I want you to do today. Honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. At the count of three, I need everyone to say peace, throw up the deuces, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Peace. See y'all soon.
Hold it now, melon is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. I got the juice and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. It's the watermelon man, reppin' red, black, and green. The county of PG sends you greetings from D.